Back once again with episode 5 of the Eternal Idols, and this week I'll be talking about the masterpiece, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. This is the coolest album cover ever. Look how brutal that shit is. I've never seen any album cover this cool before or after. This is the pinnacle of metal album covers right here. This painting was drawn by a guy called Drew Struzan, who named the painting The Rape of Christ. Anyway, so Drew drew this, who later painted the movie ads painted for the original Star Wars. Did you know that? Well, now you do. I spent hours looking at this album cover. Back in the day when you would look at vinyl, not like how the kids CDs, little CDs now. But the magic was looking at the vinyl, and what I interpreted was like the front of the cover showed a guy that was dead, you know, and raped by demons and just fucking attacking him while he's in hell with the bedboard saying fucking 666 in the skull. But if you flip around the back, it's like right before he goes to hell. He's laying in bed dying with his loved ones looking over him. That's why I interpret it, but I know other people interpret it different ways. But that's what I get out of it. I found out online that there was actually a gatefold version of this album, which had a picture of a room, and Black Sabbath is like transparent, like their ghost. Pretty fucking cool. So Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, when they started recording it, they went to LA because they liked how Volume 4 came out. They went to the same place and they were out there trying to make it happen, but you know, drugs, and they were just, Tony had fucking writer's block, and I think that's pretty much how Sabbath worked, was Tony came up with the riff and the band took it from there, but Tony couldn't come up with anything because they were all fucked up in LA, so they had to get away from LA. So they went to a castle in England and they rehearsed in the dungeon, and supposedly this castle was haunted. And one day while they were playing down there, they saw a dark figure at the top of the steps, and Tony Iommi said he chased it and it ran down this hallway and he saw what room it walked in, and Tony Iommi ran there and he went in the room, and there was nobody there, and there was no window for it to get out of, or the window was closed. I don't know, I'm quite sure what happened, but supposedly there was ghosts roaming around, or maybe it was just the drugs didn't wear off from LA and it was still like making them hallucinate while they were there. Also while they were there, Tony was known to be a practical joker, as well as Ozzy and Geezer, and poor Bill wasn't that much, and they fucked with him a lot. I don't know quite the whole story, but I know there was fishing string involved, and I believe they tied it to a painting, and while Bill was like in his room, like trying to go to sleep, they would tug on it and the painting would move, or something like that. Or maybe it was tied to the window shade, and window shade would open. Whatever it was, it freaked Bill out so bad that he ended up leaving the fucking castle, and I think he would just come do his drum tracks and haul ass. Anyway, that's the story of the recording of Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Now let's go to the first song, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. A monster riff, so monster that when Tony Iommi fucking wrote it, his fucking mustache flew off. An amazing song that's about the execution of your soul, or the execution of a soul. On the home video, The Story of Black Sabbath, they actually added the video, the rare video of Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath on it, but it's out of sync and it's edited, it's all fucked up. I ended up getting later on a full version that was the original version. Doesn't look that great, but you know, it has a couple tiny little clips that aren't seen on this one, and it is synced up, as you can see here. Quick note, you know that the song Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath was not played on the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath tour? You know, what were they? Man, they were probably so fucking high they forgot to play it. Drugs is a motherfucker. A national acrobat. I love this fucking song. I love the riff. I love the unorthodox drumming going on. It's a great lyrics. Geezer wrote this with the concept of who chooses what sperm out of the millions of sperm that goes into the egg. Who chooses? Other than when Black Sabbath fucks your mom. They know which sperm is going to go in and give birth to you and your metal collection. But you know, everybody else, you know, all the posers out there and all the fucking techno and reggaeton people, who chooses their little sperm to go into the egg? That's what this song, I think's about. That's what Geezer got the inspiration of, and it's a monster song, man. My second favorite, a national acrobat. You know the song's badass when it starts with lyrics like, I am the world that hides the universe secret of all time. Fluff, again, a beautiful instrumental, which is kind of, if you ask me, a kind of weird spot to put on the album so soon in the album after the second song, an acoustic piece that's a little lengthy, not too long, but not too short either. And the name Fluff is kind of a nickname that Tony Iommi gave a DJ by the name of Alan Friedman. And again, a beautiful, beautiful instrumental in the middle of all this dark and gloomy and fucked up music. It kind of comes a little too soon in the album. I would have preferred it a little later on, but hey man, who am I to say that Black Sabbath did something wrong? I'm wrong. They're right. That's where the song's supposed to be, even if I disagree. Abracadabra. Now this is a really unusual song as far as lyrics go. I mean, Geezer wrote a straight up love song, but with a crazy riff only Tony Iommi can come up with, and it's a cranking song, man. It's really a heavy song. It's just blasting away with pretty much love song lyrics. It's a song about, you know, how you love your chick and she's great, and you know, my ex used to dance to this song, and boy was that sexy. Gotta admit, I miss that. Oofa. Tony plays piano on Sabbath, also guesting on this song, and I believe he guests on another one, but I know for sure he guests on this one, is keyboard wizard Rick Wakeman from the band Yes. Alright, for all you old schoolers, it's time to flip the vinyl over to side 2 with a song called Killing Yourself to Live. Now, Killing Yourself to Live was played on the Volume 4 tour, because it is on Live at Last, and maybe some of you that saw my Volume 4 episode, you know, you probably were listening and saying, hey, wait a second, that wasn't recorded on the Volume 4 tour, because they did Killing Myself to Live there, and that's off Sad Boy 7. Well, you're fucking wrong. They played it back then. I think it's about fucking getting fucked up and killing yourself. You're killing yourself to live because you need it to live, but at the same time you're killing yourself with it. Smoke it. Get high. Brilliant shit. Brilliant album. Brilliant song. Let's go to the next song. And this next song, well, all you Ozzy haters are probably going to love this because you probably don't like this song. But I love it because, after all, I am brainwashed by Black Sabbath. And they did nothing wrong up to the next album. Well, this album, really. I mean, everything is great. And Who Are You was, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think Ozzy wrote everything. And even the music, the lyrics, and I think he even played that. He did everything's him, and you know, with the drums and guitar, bass. Obviously, there's Tony, Geezer, and Bill, but Ozzy did all the lyrics. He wrote the music to it. Geezer played the Mellotron on Who Are You. It's kind of like I interpret it as Ozzy saying, you know, I hear about you, God, but who are you? Show yourself. I want to see you. You know, that's the way I see it. You know, and you know, pretty much, you know, I question that same philosophy too. If there is a God, show yourself. I mean, why do you always have to move in mysterious ways? Why can't we know you exist so we can all really follow you? Because I think there'll be a shadow, there won't be a shadow of a doubt that there is a God if somebody was just come saying, hey man, look, it's me, God. Check this out. Let me move the mountain over here, and let me spin the volcano over here, and let me, like, you know, do all these miracle shit in front of you, just like it says in the Bible. He can do that. So show yourself, man. If not, then who are you? I mean, what am I supposed to worship, you know? And me, you know, that's probably why I have a problem believing that there's a God, and believing that there's a devil, believing that there's a Jesus. But you know what? I could be wrong. I could be wrong about all the things. They can all exist. I'm just human, man. I'm immortal. But I'll tell you what I did see in person. I saw Geezer Butler, I saw Ozzy Osbourne, I saw Bill Ward, and I saw Tony Iommi all on stage playing. And the first time I saw that, I witnessed that, it was a total religious experience. So that's why I've seen that. Black Sabbath are my God. Looking for Today. Tony plays flute and organ on Looking for Today. I think it's a song about, you know, just being famous and all the trappings and all the bullshit that goes with it. It's kind of like, I wouldn't go as far to say poppy, but yeah, it's a little poppy compared to the other songs, the melody-wise and all that stuff. It's just it's a pretty kind of straightforward song. Not my favorite off the album, but still, I mean, it's Black Sabbath. And when you're brainwashed like me, they can do no wrong, okay? Let me tell you something, man. If Black Sabbath has some Kool-Aid, there's special Kool-Aid, little poison in it, I drink the shit just because of this fucking album. Sabbath rules. Now we go to the final track. Now the final track, what I would have to say is pretty much tied with a National Acrobat as far as my second favorite track on this album. It is such an epic, epic song. Spiral Architect, in Black Sabbath Facts, Geezer says a spiral architect was about life's experience being added to a person's DNA to create a unique individual, whatever that means. I guess cloning somebody? I don't know. All I know, this song is like epic. I love the way it starts, the power chords, and again, the great Iommi riffs and the great melody that Ozzy came up with. Well, there you go. Episode 5 of the masterpiece, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, where I have a hard time deciding which is my favorite Sabbath album. But you know, sometimes it's Volume 4, sometimes it's Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, sometimes it's the first one, sometimes it's Master Reality, and sometimes it's the next episode. Tune in for the next one. And remember, Black Sabbath fucked your mom and then went out for a pack of smokes and never came back. This video was brought to you by Miami Metal Merchant. For your metal needs and competitive prices, visit MiamiMetalMerchant.com. Tell them Dr. Fuck sent you.
Hey, I'm Dr. Fuck.
And I'm the Ayatollah of Alcohola.
And we are from the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
If you want to check out some crazy, uncensored, unbiased, totally nuts reviews of classic hard rock and heavy metal albums, check us out. You can get us on Podbean and iTunes. New episodes every Sunday.
That's right, and we also do each other's moms.
True. Free of charge.
Well, mine charges.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine's free.
Hey, check out my podcast, The Vieira Vault. We're on Spreaker, we're on iTunes, and we're on YouTube. Check it out and subscribe. Hey, headbangers, you want your own radio show? Well, you got it. On Thursday nights here on that metal station, join me on the Dr. Fuck Show. Go in the chat room and I will make you my co-host. That's right. Everybody that joins me in the chat room, I discuss whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll mention your name, I'll say what you say, and we're going to go back and forth. And I'll even fucking play whatever request you want. Unless it sucks, then I ain't playing it because my show rules. And only songs that rule is allowed right here on that metal station. The Dr. Fuck Show airs live Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Well, no, fuck that hope. I better see you there, motherfucker.